before we go into regular business, we'll start with introductions.
Okay.
You guys all see on your
I
microphone?
just put like a small bio.
Yeah, that's great.
Nothing major.
You have 12 minutes, right?
You sound like my professors. 12 minutes, please. I was like,
Richard did 15.
I'm all reading it slow as a resident.
I try to expand it as much as possible. I don't remember doing anything, but I'm totally fine.
Do I?
All right, good evening. Let's go ahead and call this meeting to order at 5:30 p.m. on Thursday, May 18th, 2023. Can I please have the roll call?
Chairperson Santana,
Present?
Commissioner Carlin,
Here.
Commissioner Takayama,
Here.
and Commissioner Jimenez.
Here. Next, we will open up to any public comments, or sorry, correction to agenda first.
Chairperson, we have no corrections today.
Thank you. Moving on to public comments.
Chairperson will read the statement for public comments. At this time, the general public may address the commission committee on any items listed on the agenda, including items not listed on the agenda, known as non-agenda items, that are within the subject matter jurisdiction of the commission. Please be aware that the maximum time allotted for members of the public to speak shall not exceed 3 minutes per person. State law prohibits the commission and committee from taking action or entertaining extended discussion on a topic that is not listed on the agenda. Please show courtesy to others and direct all your comments to the chairperson or commission. And at this time, we do not have any speaker cards turned in.
Okay, thank you. And before we head into regular business, I will start us off with the Pledge of Allegiance. I'm going to volunteer our former Parks and Rec Commissioner who's back joining us, Oliver Jimenez. So if he can lead us in the flag salute.
Please stand. Put your right hand over your heart. Ready? Begin.
I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
Thank you, Commissioner. Nice to see you back on the dais. And before we start regular business, I would actually like to introduce our two new commissioners, Commissioner Jimenez and Commissioner Takayama. If one of you guys would like to please introduce yourself first before we start regular business. Thank you.
I'll go first, and thank you, Commissioner Santana. So yes, I am pleased and honored to be back serving once again as a commissioner here for the Parks and Recs. My first term, I did serve under Councilmember Jimenez, and I was appointed from the period of 2019 during the pandemic. So it really was unprecedented times. Everything came to a stop. Everything was very unprecedented, I think, more than anything, right? Whatever we're going through, a lot of our programs came to a pause, which is, we had a lot of questions. The community had a lot of questions. But we're really excited to get back to work here. We have a very good and diverse group of commissioners here. I'm honored to be serving alongside each and every one of you. I think, and I always take pride in saying this, with the best city, in the region, but also the best team that we have here with Parks and Recs. A little bit about myself. I do serve as the president and founder of Montebello Youth Leadership Club. It's an organization that I co-founded along with my brother Christopher, our city clerk here in the city as well. I serve as vice president of Scholarship for Scholars of Montebello, an organization that gives back to our schools here, our local students, We do scholarships, we do resources for a lot of the underserved students in MUSD in the region. So it really, as you can see, it's a passion. It runs in the blood, I think. It's a family thing, I tell people, not only because my brother and I do it, but I think it's a testament of, what happens when you really love your community and the opportunities you get to serve, in any capacity, any leadership position. I think it's important. It's something that I try to pass on to my sister, which is here as well in the audience, Genesis, that it's always important to give back to your community, whether that's volunteer, being a commissioner, or being, a council member one day, hopefully. But thank you, and I'm excited.
Thank you, Commissioner Takayama.
As a resident of Montebello for over 30 years, I'm Commissioner Takayama. My current profession involves assisting disabled clients as a state provider for IHSS. In addition, I'm pursuing a master's in human services from Arizona State Global Campus. I'm an active member of the community and serve as a leader for Montebello Girl Scout Troop 71221. For over 5 years, I've managed the troop and mentored the girls in various areas, including community engagement and STEM programs. Our dynamic troop has made a positive impact by supporting foster teens with the clothing drive and implementing a literacy program through a book drive for Bella Vista Elementary. We are also working on providing the community with a little library. Volunteering for this nonprofit program brings me great joy, and the gratitude we receive from those we help is truly rewarding. As a wife, mother, provider, and a student, I'm honored to serve as City Commissioner for Parks and Rec.
Thank you. Welcome both. All right, next we will start our regular business.
Chairperson, we have one item for consideration for regular business where require the feedback of the commission. This is item 1, selection of ad hoc committee members. So as you know, the commission is made up of 5 commissioners when we have a full commission, but there are several subcommittees that take on ad hoc roles to help the department kind of administer and oversee some of our various functions. So on the agenda, there are the vacancies listed, and we did discuss with the new commissioners some of those roles, but for the good of the public and also for the record, we'll go ahead and just do a little brief report on the agenda items. So the Parks and Rec Commission assigns members of commissions to the ad hoc committees that are listed on the agenda on an ongoing basis as vacancies become available. There's currently 1 vacancy in several of the committees and 2 in the golf committee. And just a little bit about the committees, the Arts and Culture Committee. This ad hoc was created to incorporate art and culture into different city events and functions that are administered by the Recreation Department. More specifically, this subcommittee has the specific task of going over our utility box beautification program, from recommending what comes back to the commission for the idea and the concept of what we put out in the call to artists, and also for the review and ultimate recommendation to the commission for the selected art, so basically the judges for that, and whatever other creative ideas they have. The Golf Committee, as we mentioned before, is actually the committee that used to have its own commission, so the Golf Committee discusses and oversees issues pertaining to the golf course. The Programs Committee, again, looks at all city programs, camps, lunch programs, makes recommendations, comes up with ideas for programs, and we discuss those and report back to the full body of the commission. Special Events Committee, in the same light, we look at all our city special events, want the commission to have a role. We often invite the Special Events Committee. Again, we like to put you on the spot to help us review different contests, like we drove around with Commissioner Carlin and looked at the different home decorating for Christmas. As well as for Halloween, we have the commissioners help us judge costume contests, et cetera. So those active roles in special events. And then our sports committee, again, kind of a more official ad hoc role, is to help us review some of the requirements of the city's co-sponsored youth sports programs, such as AYSO, Baseball Association, and help us determine that they're in line with the requirements to be a co-sponsored group. So as listed on the agenda, commissioners, there are several vacancies. Arts and Culture, we have Commissioner Carlin serving with 1 vacancy. Golf Committee, there are 2 vacancies. The Programs Committee, We have Mr. Chairperson Santana along with one vacancy, Special Events Committee, Chairperson Santana with one vacancy, and the Sports Committee has Commissioner Carlin with one vacancy. So as the report says, there's no financial impact to this, but we would like to fill these committees whenever the commission seems and deems it's appropriate, so we could kind of have some of these meetings and move on with business. So Chairperson, I'll pass it back to you to take nominations, and you could go one by one or however you want to approach these.
Thank you so much. Commissioner Carlin, you have a question?
Yes, I have a real quick question. Just from my understanding, how much is the golf situation playing on currently? And is there a current need to have a committee oversight at this particular moment?
That is an excellent question. So like I mentioned, the one committee that used to be its own standalone commission was the Golf Commission. And in the municipal code, when we combined it, we did say we would have the Golf Committee. I can tell you this, the golf course is closed, it's under renovation, they're building Topgolf, it's all public, right? There's not much to discuss now, although I would still recommend if anyone's interested to be a part of that so we could have that committee meet when appropriate, hopefully in the near future. Hopefully that answers it.
Thank you very much. I actually would like to maybe even make a motion, maybe put that under the Sports Committee right now. We could oversee it and we could bring it back when it's fully developed. But we can, if there's a question that comes up with regards to golfing, with the golf course, there's someone, at least in the Sports Committee, that would be able to respond to that until we can fully, bring that back into play. And that's just an idea that I have.
Understood, Commissioner. We'll review that with the city clerk. Like I mentioned, that was the one committee that we're need to have, right, with the dissolvement of the Golf Commission, right?
Understood.
But again, there wouldn't be any necessary action or meetings at this time with the golf course situation.
We're good.
Okay, thank you. Thank you, Director Sosnowski. Actually, our diverse group up here already was able to make some recommendations. I do have some vacancy suggestions. If I can make a nomination first for Arts and Culture Committee, Commissioner Jimenez to fill the vacancy. Can I get a second?
I'll second it.
Thank you. All those in favor? Aye.
Aye.
Anyone opposed? No. Thank you. So we have filled the vacancy for Arts and Culture, Commissioner Jimenez. Do you want to help me out with the nomination? Is there any more motions?
Yeah, go ahead.
I'm going to make another nomination for a vacancy in Programs Committee, Commissioner Takayama, to fill the vacancy in Programs. Can I please get a second?
A second?
Thank you, Commissioner Jimenez. All those in favor? Aye.
Aye.
All those opposed? None. Thank you. And then lastly, I have one more nomination and recommendation, Special Events Committee, Commissioner Takayama, to fill the vacancy as well. Can I get a second?
I'll second.
Thank you. All those in favor?
Aye.
Aye. Anyone opposed? None. All right. Thank you so much. Is there any other nominations on the floor? We still have vacancies in the golf committees that I believe, will keep vacant, and then one more sports committee position. Seeing that we do have one more commissioner chair to be filled, it might behoove us to wait for these. But if there's any nominations, please.
I'll be interested in sports.
There's one motion on the floor. Is there a second?
I'll second that.
Okay, thank you. First and seconded, Commissioner Jimenez of vacancy for sports. All those in favor?
Aye.
Aye. Anyone opposed? No. Okay, seeing that there's none, so moved. So we were able to move on these vacancies under this regular business. Any questions, comments? Nope. Seeing that there's none, we can move on to consent items.
So Chairperson, if there's any items, there's one item for consideration today, which is listed on the agenda. If the commission would like to review that, if not, it's just a singular motion to approve the minutes from our last commission meeting, last two.
Okay, if we're able to get a motion for approval on these minutes as written.
I'll motion to approve.
Thank you. Is there a second?
I'll second.
Thank you, Commissioner Jimenez. All those in favor on the approval?
Aye.
Aye. Any opposed? Thank you. We can move on to staff communications.
Thank you, Chairperson. I'm going to go ahead and pass the microphone over to our Recreation Manager, Kylie Torres, who has just one or two little quick announcements about some summer activities, so bear with us, please.
Thank you, Chairperson and Commissioners, for having us here today. We have a wealth of activities coming forward for our summer programs. So I would like to start off with our night market series. The night market has kind of been the farmer's market reimagined this year, and it's been doing very well in the downtown area off of Whittier and Montebello Boulevard, behind the Wells Fargo parking lot. It's going on right now. They're setting up for it, and it should be starting about 6 p.m. So afterwards, if you guys want to go over, we're having entertainment every week, food, artisan vendors, a jumper area for kids. It's a lot of fun, and we've been having a good amount of attendance at each event. The next event that we have coming up is our Memorial Day ceremony. That will be taking place on Monday, May 29th, 2023, and the ceremony will begin at 11 a.m. at the City Park Memorial Wall. We will be honoring our fallen local military heroes and pay tribute to those who have served in the armed forces. Next, we have a skate competition that's going to be coming up Saturday, June 3rd. It's going to be from 3 to 6 p.m. at City Park. We have the kids do kind of like I forget the name of it, but it's kind of like, what is the basketball? Yes, the game of horse, but it's called skate. So the kids have a lot of fun and they get to showcase their skills. If you guys can come out, it's a wonderful event for the youth in our community, and we raffle off some nice prizes for the youth that are out there, and we have music during the event. We will be having our second annual Independence Day celebration after a long period of not having it for many years in the city. That's going to be on Saturday, July 1st at Grant Ray Park from 2 to 9:30 p.m. We're going to have live musical performances, kids zone, food vendors, artisan vendors, and of course fireworks that will begin around 9 p.m. We hope you can make it to that event. One of the things that we've become known for in the city is our Downtown Street Fest. So that's going to be happening at the end of July. It'll be Saturday, July 29th from 2 to 10 p.m. on Whittier Boulevard, in between Montebello Boulevard and 6th Street, 4th. I'm off by a street. It just seems so long. But we're going to be having 2 stages, many artisan vendors, a kids area, food. It's just a very, very fun day for the families in the city, so we hope you can come out and make that day as well. And last but not least, we're starting off our summer programs, and of course that includes our summer camps. We have 3 different age groups. We have our small camp, our regular camp, and then teen camp to accommodate all the different ages. The small camp is going to be held at Chet Hollyfield Park this year. It's a nice area. They can walk right back through to the library and also visit the Chet Hollyfield pool. We'll be having the teen camp actually downstairs senior center area at City Park, and we're hoping to pair them up and with some senior activities and create some really nice volunteer opportunities for the kids in that program. And the regular camp is going to be held at the Kathy Hensel Youth Center. Camp hours go from 7 a.m. to 6 p.m. every day, and we do provide snack and lunch for all the youth in the program, as well as weekly trips to the pool and some fun activities, including some excursions. We will also be having our aquatic season that's going to be kicking off June 9th. So that's the day after Montebello Unified School District gets out. So we'll have some free recreation swim days on May 9th and May 10th. If you can join us on those days. And again, that will start a whole season of adult lap swim. We are going to be having a junior lifeguard program this year, swim team, water polo drop-in class, aqua aerobics drop-in, aqua Zumba drop-in, and of course our Learn to Swim classes, which we will be having flyers out soon. And it's not on there, but I also wanted to highlight our summer food service program. We do have it at 4 parks throughout the city, at Chet Hollyfield Park, City Park, Grant Ray and Reggie Rodriguez. And again, this helps to provide food for the youth that are out of school during this time that may have food insecurity issues. This is free of charge, and the youth just have to show up, they get their food, and they're able to eat it on site and have a good nutritious food and have some fun with friends while they're at it. Do you have any questions about any of the programs? Oh, I apologize. Stride for Pride, and we've been planning this all week. So we're having our annual Stride for Pride 5K and resource fair this year. We will be having it here at City Hall. We're trying to enhance the event this year. The 5K will be starting at 8 a.m. and that will go around. We're going to kind of go up in this northeast corner over here. We have a better route to jog this year. But it will culminate in a resource fair that will be going from 8 to 12, where we will have food vendors, informational resources, artisan and craft vendors, kids crafts, face painters, and even some live music and entertainment out that day as well. So we hope you can join us to celebrate Pride. Thank you.
Okay, I'll open it up to the commissioners if there's any questions on any of these or any comments.
I do have a question. When does the summer lunch program begin at the parks?
That is going to begin on June 12th, the Monday following the last week of school for MUSD. And it's going to go through August 12th, 2023.
Okay, thank you.
I do want to follow up with Commissioner Jimenez's question. What does the outreach look like for that program, for the food service program?
For the summer food service program, we will be hanging informational signs at each of the park locations where we'll be having the snack and lunch program. We are also working on our summer issue of the new recreation guide. It will be coming out in that one, and it will also be put on our social media as well as the city website once we have the flyers finalized.
Okay. Any anticipated date on the release of that book? I'm looking forward to like some sort of participation with a school district or program that we would be able to share the food service.
Okay. It will be coming out in June, but we can definitely look into getting some information, particularly for that program, out to the different school sites so that people are aware.
Thank you. All right, seeing that there's no other questions, thank you so much for all of the stuff that has been done, that we're working on, and that we're going to do. It's going to be a busy season, and in typical fashion, our staff's going to make it look great and flawless as usual. As there's so many events, anybody that is viewing, all commissioners up here, please make sure that we're promoting as much as possible to increase attendance. Let's continue on with commission and committee orals. I'll go first. I just wanted to thank the city, our council and staff for the third annual Stride for Pride. I actually did participate in both years in helping organize the event. It's a great opportunity on the east side. Growing up, there wasn't many LGBTQ opportunities or much visibility for the community. So seeing that we're bringing it out to the east side, I'm just very appreciative of that. I know that we are going to partner with about 20 vendors. If there's any vendor recommendations that any commissioners have or any community members have, please make sure that we're communicating to our staff. I'll also be a partner in helping organize as well this year, so please partner with me. The date was June 24th, so please mark that down, and hopefully I can see all commissioners there and all council members there as well. Other than that, we have a full list of things. Again, please make sure we're sharing them. I will pass it over to Commissioner Carlin for any comments.
I'm happy we're back. I'm happy we're having another meeting. Thank you for everything that you're doing. I also would like to publicly recognize the efforts of our former city manager, Rene Bobadilla. I understand he recently resigned, and I would just like to thank him for his service, and I'd also like to wish him well in all his future endeavors. That's end of report.
Thank you, Commissioner Carlin. Commissioner Takayama, any comments?
I like all the programs that you are presenting for the community. I think it will make everyone more involved, and I look forward to all of them.
Thank you, Commissioner. Commissioner Jimenez?
Yes, thank you. I do want to thank the staff. We did attend the movie night this past weekend with my family, so it was a really nice event. We did have a lot of the community come out. It was a really, really nice event, so thank you.
Thank you, commissioners and staff. Can I please get a motion for adjournment?
I make the motion?
Motion by Commissioner Jimenez. Can I get a second?
I second.
Thank you. All those in favor for adjournment?
Aye.
Aye. Any opposed? None. Let's adjourn meeting at 5:55. Thank you.